because, like you, so I guess I want to describe it. I think everything happens, just about everything, happens over and over again. So we instead look at things as individual things that are coming us, so it's like we're in a snowstorm. But if you just sort of say, what species of thing, what species of encounter am I having? And you write a principle for it, and you write that. Then when the next one comes along again, you see, it's that species, and you go to that principle and you look at it, and everyone's slightly different. And that leads to then the refinement of the principles in those differences, right? And then to do that transparently is very powerful. So, always. And you realize, of course, that no principle is perfect. No principle works. So those different gradations get more fleshed out, become clearer. And that's what the Book of Principles is about. It's a bunch of these things, but you'll see how they've sort of evolved from this encounter and that encounter, and you get refinement. And I would urge you individually to do this. It's one of the most wonderful things that's happened to me. You know, when something comes along, some situation, particularly a painful situation, therefore it might signal you don't want another one of those. After you get past your pain, or at the end of it, record your pain, and then think about principles and write them down. How would you handle that type of situation? Write it down like a diary. And when you accumulate those and share those, that's very powerful. I'm going to create an app in which I'm not only we have an app which we call the Coach, which somebody says, I'm in this situation, what should I do? And then they go to that coach, and the relevant principles come up. But rather than just my principles, I'm going to make it that each successful person, I'm going to get, I don't know, Larry Page's principles or XYZ's principles for that situation, and you have that there. And then you have your own principles, and you write it down, so that when you're then in a situation, you could look at that situation and you say, what should I do going to those principles? So, because if you start to think of that in the principled way, it's very helpful, and they will refine.
Gotcha. Now, in the 5